Morning, YouTube. Oh, it's still dark. The moon's out. It's quiet. There's nobody out here. A couple of foxes. The lighting's going to go in and out at best. And I'm sorry about that. Because, well, I like to walk in the dark in the mornings. I'm not alone, though. Where's a puppa? We got a puppy out here with us. You know. Oh, buddy. He's a little bit of a handful. You see his night vision, if you will, is much better than mine. So he sees crap that I don't see until we're real close, and by that time he's tearing me in two trying to get to it. So in my last video, Burning River Review, we had made mention of not necessarily using headlamps in the beginning of the race. Now, keep in mind, I'm talking about the beginning of the race, which is, 5 in the morning and going into daylight. It's a whole nother animal when you've been getting beat up by the sun and all of a sudden you start going into the dark. So, think about these things as you approach any kind of race like that. I have a tendency not to use lights when moving in the city limits kind of thing. There's plenty of street lights and you go in and out of light and dark. And I actually like to practice trying to improve that transition. So as I leave the lighted area and go into a darker area, things change in your eye line. You have to focus on different things when everything's lit up. It's just a matter of looking at the single spot that you're, trying to focus on. Whereas when it gets dark, there's a bit of shadow play. You actually have to kind of see the mass or the object that you're looking at, but then what kind of shadow is it casting as well, if any, as well as is it moving or not. So trying to actually tighten these things up and think about factors like this. They ultimately mean less time trying to adjust to the environment. And you'll hear me say this a lot. The environment is always kind of the biggest factor that I try to take into consideration with any, event. Is it raining? Is it cold? Is it hot? Is it dark? Is it light? And you want to try to get yourself used to all of these environments, because I kind of find that if you just train during the pretty parts of the day when it's sunny and everybody can see you, or you're just going to the gym, which is of course air conditioned and comfortable, so on and so forth, you're kind of setting yourself up for some issues in your events when these things happen. You're all of a sudden an hour or two into your race and you get cloud cast and it's much darker than you're used to being in. Or even worse, you're used to running in 60 and 70 degree weather, and then all of a sudden you get smacked with an 85. So these little bits of environmental acclimation we will talk about. I wanted to try to get this one in today just to kind of A, stay on the task of making videos, and B, kind of bring you into Wade's world just a little bit. These are the kinds of things that we take on ourselves and try to improve upon, and then once we get some kind of positive knowledge in the, on the topic, we pass that on to clientele. So stay fit, stay happy. If you have any questions or concerns, throw them in the comment box. If there's anything else, specific you'd like me to go over, throw that in the comment box as well. And don't forget to hit subscribe. Have a good morning. Hit the day hard, y'all.